The thing I missed most was you. It's true. It's true. I miss you every day.
I know, it's awful.
I'm Winona Ryder.
And I'm Jenna Ortega, and today we're going to let Elle ask us anything.
Before we start, is there anything that either of you are dying to know about her?
Oh my gosh.
What? I feel like we've
covered
yeah,
all
we've
of
covered
those
a lot
bases.
of things together.
Describe your style in 3 words. How?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I've had the same things for years. All of my pieces are so well loved. I probably
Yeah.
should get new ones.
I often wear jeans and a t-shirt, but I get self-conscious that people are just gonna think I'm wearing the exact same thing every day.
That's my problem though. I wear the same 5
Right.
articles. I'm wearing a skirt today and that's a big deal.
I feel like we're very similar that way.
Yeah. Well, the next question I have is, what is your favorite red carpet look?
I think Dior incredible dress that I wore to the Golden Globes. It was just super detailed and it was super comfortable. That becomes a big thing.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you can be talking to like an absolute hero of yours, and if your feet are killing you, it really like messes up the experience.
Yes, it does.
You know?
That's so true because you're so in your head. You can't focus on what is being said because you just want to sit down.
So that's become.
That's so true. That is so true.
What's your first memory of Beetlejuice?
My mom once dressed as a crayon box, and all me and my 5 siblings were different colored crayons. So for 4 or 5 years of my life, I was a different colored crayon for Halloween. And I saw people dressed up as your guys' wedding outfit. I saw Lydia and in the red dress and everything, and I remember thinking it was really cool, but being a little bit scared by Beetlejuice's makeup.
Right.
It's a good costume. It's an easy,
Really
super...
great costume idea. I like that crayons. No, but also the other one. When we were making that movie, we had no idea what it was gonna become.
Yeah.
But I have seen people, and I know you have too with Wednesday. Like seeing people dress up like you is a wild,
Really weird.
wild thing.
What's a hobby of yours that would surprise people?
I don't know if this is a hobby, but I do love Columbo, like episodes of like old detective shows from that era.
Just because it's new in my life right now. I'm a mother right now. I've got 3 chinchillas. So I guess maybe my hobby is trying to get my chinchillas to come out of their cage and lay on my chest while I read a book.
What makes you gravitate towards the horror genre?
I don't think I gravitate towards it. I feel like it gravitates towards me. I keep doing these horror movies, but it's not intentional. It just happens to be what comes my way. I guess I have a deep appreciation for the genre. So I think I probably, without realizing it, subconsciously am reading a script and going, I'm not interested in this. Just waiting for gore. It's just cool.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
Well, I wasn't really paid, but my dad worked in an antiquarian bookstore that was like high scale. He cataloged the first known love letter that was on an Egyptian leaf. And I got to like work in the mailroom. They'd like taught me how to properly package books to send, but I wasn't paid. Maybe like a quarter or 50 cents, you know, which felt like such a big deal, or an extra Rolo. How do you decompress after a taxing scene?
I feel like I just sit and stare at a wall. Like, what can you do? You work these full long days, and then you're being called again early in the morning. So you go home, learn your lines for the next one, and go to bed. I feel like maybe because I started when I was so young.
Me too.
Yeah.
Same.
You're just trained to understand that
We're so trained.
It's funny because oftentimes the scene that you would anticipate being taxing isn't taxing at all. It's the really simple scene that takes 8 hours for no reason.
I know.
Whereas 3 pages. But I don't really do much to decompress. I mean, I like to go for walks or do anything that to clear my mind. I'll listen to music and I'll go for a long walk.
Yeah.
And that's probably the best answer I could give you because it's pretty plain. What's the best career advice you've ever received?
Don't do it just because it's a paycheck. I very specifically remember being offered a movie. I don't want to say what it was. It was like the first time I was ever offered like a larger sum of money. And I was getting a lot of pressure to do
Right.
it because it would establish your, you know.
If you're not into it,
Yeah.
you're not into it.
Something that really helped me. I used to think especially when I was a teenager, that there was this sort of school of thought where you had to suffer to be a good
Yeah.
actress, and you had to know what that felt like, and you end up subconsciously doing that to yourself. I remember being told, you don't have to
yeah.
do that. Like, you know, that was like very liberating. I remember I kind of learned that through therapy, that that it's valid, you know.
It is valid.
Yeah. Which actors inspired you to pursue your career?
Well, the initial one that I always say is Dakota Fanning and Denzel Washington, because I watched Man on Fire.
Right, I
a
remember
child.
this. Dakota was working before ELLE,
Yes, she was.
and like she went to school and she was a Girl Scout.
Really?
Yeah, she like had this normal life, which
Yeah.
made me really happy. I think she turned something down because it conflicted with her Girl Scout
They're
situation.
such nice girls. I think
Yeah.
it's probably
Yeah.
a testament to how normal they
We
are.
love you,
We love
Fanning
the Fanning
girls.
sisters.
Yeah.
What did you miss most about your Beetlejuice character?
When I did the first one, I was so similar to Lydia. I actually recently found a picture of me and my brother a month before I auditioned, and I looked like exactly the same. I had like the L'Oreal blue-black
Right.
hair. But this last one, the thing I missed most was you. It's true. It's true. I miss you every day.
I know, it's awful. It's a terrible thing to know you now because I never get to see you.
I know. What is your dream role?
I would love to direct. I would love to do something else with you. I don't know. I think if it's just an interesting script and interesting character, we've talked about the Safdie
yeah.
brothers.
Yeah.
We've talked about Jim Jarmusch. So I don't know if it's about specific.
Yeah,
Actually,
you
now
can
that I'm saying
never-
this, I don't think it's really
more-
specific roles and more
Yeah,
so
it's more
the
with the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. We have like the same taste.
and
You know.
yeah, it's very strange.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for watching. That's all we have. Be sure to go watch our movie, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Please, it's really good.